What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Back with my segment, The Rundown. And The Rundown is basically where I just give you a bulk of news. I just give you the whole lot, like Sam's Club, Costco, because it would be too time consuming to make separate videos, separate like 1 minute, 8 minute videos on all these topics. So I just lump it all up into one lot and give you the highlights of some different things going on in the sport we all love, which is boxing. So a couple fights that got signed and are official. Canelo versus Clottey, which I told you guys was coming, and it looks like the paperwork and stuff is signed. Also, Diego Chaves versus Tim Bradley, another fight that I told you guys was on the way. Want to get your feedback on those two fights, what you guys think. I put it out there a little bit, what I think about Clottey Canelo. I'm not too thrilled with the fight. It could pose some problems for Canelo, but Clottey is not a mover per se. You know what I'm saying? He shells up and whatnot. But I'm not really impressed with Clottey. You have to do a lot to erase the memory of what you did in the Pacquiao fight. The motherfucker came out dancing and shucking and jiving, and then he got in the ring and froze up and turned into a Ninja Turtles and just shelled up the whole fucking night. And since then, he disappeared for like 2 years or some shit. Came back, beat a bum, and then he beat another guy who I don't really regard as anything special, and that's Anthony Mundine. So he hasn't really done anything. The only thing where I can't give Canelo too much flack for this, like, oh, this is like some bullshit, is because the motherfucker has fought 3 times. This will be his third time this year. So he's staying active. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Triple G, guys like Canelo who are fighting 3 times a year, then you can't really, you know what I mean? That's it kind of leverages it a little bit, if you will, because if he fought 1 time a year and this was the fight we got, I'd be like, that's bullshit. But he fought Angulo, he fought Adesanti Laura, now he's fighting Clottey, so I can't be too mad at the man for that. Like Broner, where's he at? He fought Carlos Molina, and he also fought Emmanuel Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be fighting 3 times. But anyway, that's that. Diego Chaves versus Tim Bradley. It's interesting. Bradley's coming off a loss. Diego Chaves coming off a DQ. That was a rough fight to watch. The Brandon Rios, Diego Chaves. I thought that could have been potential fight of the year, and I thought the ref had something to do with fucking that up. Plus their emotions and anger and temper and stuff like that. So I'll make a prediction for that fight coming soon. Also, I'm hearing Gabe Rosado might be on the card, and I'm hearing the Canelo fight is likely to take place in Texas, and they're going to try to have Gabe Rosado on the undercard. Now, I feel bad for Gabe Rosado right now because this is a man who's had his ups and downs in boxing. We all know his story, like the close fights and controversial fights, the J. Leon Love, and he was just coming on strong and got a cut in the Peter Quillen fight, etc. And you were signed up to be on your big bro's card because he's from Philly. He's going to be on the Bernard Hopkins, Sergey Kovalev card. He's going to be on the undercard. So that's a good thing, you know what I mean? That fight's taking place in New Jersey. Gabe Rosado is from Philly, so you know what I mean? His East Coast people can travel from Philly to New Jersey. That's nothing. And it's on a Hopkins card. It's a televised HBO date, and you're supposed to fight James Kirkland. The fans were happy. I was happy. I thought that was a good, solid fight. And all of a sudden, Kirkland pulls out. So I feel bad for him. So hopefully they give him a good opponent. They don't give him something that's not going to really get him anywhere. You know what I mean? If he is to win. But the Kirkland fight I was really looking forward to. And just to give you guys a little bit more insight, I've talked about this. Kirkland is his own manager has come forth and explained a little bit what happened. To just recap, Kirkland's manager is saying that Kirkland was presented a good offer, in his opinion. He said he was presented a offer. This is how much you're going to make. Kirkland says, you know what? I don't have enough time to train, even though he would have had 8 weeks to train, which is pretty standard for a training camp. And Kirkland said, I don't have enough time to change. HBO was so interested in Kirkland versus Rosado, and they're willing to put up the money for that fight, and they wanted that fight on their channel, on their network. So they said, you know what? Okay, we'll take it off the Hopkins Kovalev card, and we'll push it back to December because we really want this fight. Kirkland all of a sudden says, you know what? I'm not getting enough money. Pull me out. I'm pulling out of the fight. That's some bullshit, man. Same shit, same type of shit happened with the Canelo fight. Paul Williams got in this tragic accident. Kirkland was supposed to fight, and he signed up to fight Canelo. That was supposed to be a good test because at that point, Canelo hadn't fought the Floyd Mayweathers, the Austin Trouts, the Edeslani Lauras, the Angulos, and he was fighting some smaller or older competition, you know what I mean? So I was looking forward to it, to see someone a bit younger with a different style, more in prime, to see how Canelo fared against them. And Kirkland, same thing. His story went all over the place, and I don't know, man. This dude is disappointing. I really like Kirkland as a fighter. He has entertaining fights, but shit like that, it's disappointing. How do you ever expect to fight for a world title if you're pulling shit like this? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I know just from, I don't know if you, how much you guys know. I don't really put all my business out there, but I've worked with some people with money, like people that work with Diddy and Usher and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? I filmed like Ray J and just different events and stuff like that. And one thing that I do know from learning, you know what I mean, being around these people, you don't ever want to blackball yourself in the industry. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the dude that's talented, but he's known for fucking up, or he's known for coming late, or he's known with not, like if you're an actor, the guy that's known for not getting along with cast members and getting in arguments and threatening to pull out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think of everything to make this shit. People don't know the behind the scenes shit. You know what I mean? To make a lot of this stuff happens, or a lot of this stuff happen, there's a lot that goes into it. The networks have to invest money into it. You got to make promotional flyers. You got to get someone to splice up a trailer. You got to advertise it on the airtime. You got to pay for ads, just different stuff, man. So you can't play with these fucking networks that are clearly bigger than you, like HBO, and step on their toes like that and really, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm pulling out. You know what I'm saying? They want to make fights and they want to make money. You can't fuck with their money like that. You know what I'm saying? Got everyone with the taste of Rosado and Kirkland, you know what I mean? That particular fight. And all of a sudden you pull out. You can't do stuff like that. I'm telling you. You'll get like exiled from whatever industry you're in. That's whether you're a singer, an actor, an athlete. You don't want to do that. Look at football. If you guys watch football, Terrell Owens, gifted player. He's talented, strong, big, and teams didn't want him because he was a fucking headache. He was a problem in the locker room. Period. So, like, if you have that type of reputation, oftentimes it's going to trump your actual skill level or your talent. Again, I like James Kirkland. I wish him the best. I hope he gets everything together. However, I'm realistic. And again, Terrell Owens is a prime example of another guy in another sport with the same kind of pedigree. People in, like, they didn't want him in Philly. They didn't want him in 49ers. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want him in San Francisco, where I'm from. They just didn't want that type of problem. They know it's like, it's negative energy, negative publicity. They didn't want that in their locker room. So I think James Kirkland really, really truthfully needs to get it together. You're never going to get the big bucks doing shit like that. So anyway, I probably spent a little bit more time than I wanted to because I'm passionate about that, talking about that. So anyway, moving on. That's the basics of the news. I also wanted to talk to you guys about Chavez. Chavez Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is claiming that he's a free agent. And Top Rank is disputing that, saying, no, you're not a free agent. But just listen to this crazy shit that Chavez is saying. I've been told that my contract has already ended. It ended the last day of September. We will see what comes, Chavez said. I have offers to fight Carl Froch in the U.S. and England, to fight the winner of Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, and Marco Antonio Rubio, even to fight at 158 pounds with Floyd Mayweather. Let's see what comes. Hold on, like, let's rewind a little bit. What? Like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Like, I like Chavez Jr. He had to grow on me, but I like him. I see elements of his father, and I'm not trying to be blasphemous. His father is a legend and dedicated himself to the sport, but the kid could scrap more than people give him credit for, based on like the lethargic attitude and the positive drug test and his level of focus and like ballooning up and stuff like that. But the kid can scrap. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about though. I will be, and he follows me on Instagram and everything, and likes my pages or pictures and stuff. but I'm truthful, so it is what it is. If he sees this, hears this, oh well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. The Carl Froch fight, I heard Froch wants to fight in Las Vegas. I don't think he said that's an ultimate dream of his. I don't think he minds fighting in England, but he wants to fight in Vegas. So I heard about that. Triple G, they were already talking about making a fight with Chavez Jr. and Triple G, so I'm not surprised if he fights the winner of Triple G and Rubio. Another good fight. But fight Floyd Mayweather, how the fuck do you ever offer to fight Floyd at 158? Like, I don't know, man. That just doesn't even sound realistic. But that's what he's claiming. I highly, highly doubt that. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but it's just not realistic. You know what I mean? It'd be cool just the fact of Chavez fought Roger Mayweather and waxed him. So just, you know what I mean, to have the namesake and the legacies fight each other later on in life. You know what I mean? The seeds and shit. That'd be funny, but I mean, I highly doubt Mayweather's trying to come up to 158 to fight Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. on fight night would be like 216 and shit. Let me know what you guys think of Chavez Jr.'s claim and my rundown of what is happening in boxing. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video's Ego signing off.